So, I have this book. I've had it since, I don't know, probably the 80s. I used to like to get books from this place called Quality Paperbacks. And you could sign up for a new account and get, X number of them for free just for the price of the shipping. And I love to do that. And one of the books that I got at the time was called The Art of Sensual Massage. And I don't think I was married at that time. It was right before I met Chris and did that whole stupid thing. And I presented him with the book because he loved to give me back rubs and such. And I was hoping that he would actually learn some of the techniques. He never did. He weren't never much one for reading. And I've had the book forever. And I presented it to various boyfriends. They're like, what's this? Reading. If I wanted to read, I'd go to school. That kind of mentality. So I finally got a smart boyfriend, which is nice. And I found the book the other day when I was clearing off my bookshelf, and he tries to give me massages and stuff, but it just hurts me because of the fibromyalgia. He doesn't understand the need to be careful. And it's like if he's too careful, it doesn't feel good. And if he's not careful enough, it hurts. It's difficult. So I brought him the book. I said, here, if you want to be a good boyfriend, check this out. And I thought, yeah, he'll put it on the floor and that'll be the end of that. But about an hour later, he came in. He's like, come lie down on the bed. I was like, oh. He's got to scoot this way and get this way. And he got where my head was at the foot of the bed. And he said, just relax, which I have trouble doing. I have trouble releasing control. And he started moving my head different ways. And my neck sounded like a bag of broken glass, as it tends to do. It's crunching and making horrible noises. And I feel very Katharine Hepburn turning my collar up like that. So, and then eventually he would crunch. Like we see in the movies when someone breaks someone else's neck. He did that. It was very like what you would have done at a chiropractor. I guess I haven't been to a chiropractor in probably 30 years. But it made my eyes bug out, and I went, woo! And it kind of scared me, but it was, oh, it felt so good. He did the other side. And he wanted like twice that evening to crack my neck. And then he got to where he was kind of losing it. Every day he'd be like, come let me crack your neck. And he wouldn't quite do it right. He'd pull back, and it just wasn't good. And he went and read again today, read up a little bit more, and was like, okay, I got my technique wrong. He did it again. Oh my gosh, it's like, brrp. It cracks really loud, multiple cracks. And it's so nice. And now he loves doing it, so he's always like, come lay down, let me crack your neck. It's very nice. And he learned a couple other techniques, and he tried them, and they were, so. There's one of them I love where I put my hands behind my head and my pudgy elbows like that, and then he grabs my elbows and pulls up and back on them like that way, and it stretches my back out in such a way that it's almost obscene the way it makes me feel. It really is. It's pretty wonderful. And whoa, it's great. And it's just like this, like the most wonderful stretch. Sometimes you stretch and it just feels so good in your back that it just makes you, and that's the way it is. And I love it. It's like the simplest thing. So I am delighted that he has learned some techniques for helping release tension and pain in my body. It's very nice. Speaking of tension and pain in the body, at work he met a woman that came in to purchase something, and just kind of by accident they got into talking about what she does. She works for a clinic here in Fayetteville that's like chiropractic and neurological something or another, and she has a video up on YouTube somewhere claiming that that this technique they used cured her fibromyalgia. And she, in the video, she could barely talk. She had a lot of trouble talking. She sounded like somebody with multiple sclerosis, and she stuttered really hard. So to avoid certain words that she knew she'd stutter on, she has to choose other words. So she ends up sounding a little bit like Tonto, Tarzan, Frankenstein's monster. And she went and got this adjustment done, and almost immediately had a reduction in pain, and her speech was getting a little better. Now, I'm very suspicious of, snake oily kind of things that are rampant in the world of alternative medicine. but I'm open-minded about it too. She had to get several treatments a week until finally she got really good. And then when it starts flaring up again, she goes back and gets another treatment. And it's something about, this is the way Falcon told me, and I don't know if it's quite right, but it's something about there's a covering over the nerve bundle in your neck. And it can get skewed or something. And this is to like readjust that and get it all fixed up. And, you know, I don't know. It sounds a little strange, but I have an appointment Wednesday, which this is late Monday night or early Tuesday morning, depending on how you want to look at it. It is 3:10 a.m. But I've got an appointment Wednesday to go in. I think they're going to talk to me and check me out and see if I'm a candidate for it. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I have a feeling it's going to be very expensive. I called her today and talked to her about whether they accepted Medicaid, and she said no, but you can pay us and then, you know, send it to them and maybe they'll pay it. Terrible idea. It's not how that works. But I talked to Falcon about it, and I'm like, well, you know what, he really wants me to do it. He would love it if this fixed me, and I would too, by all means. It's not a lot of fun being with somebody who hurts all the time and can't do a lot of stuff and has no energy. It's not fun. I can't sleep through the night and all that jazz. So I'm doing it for myself and for him. I'm going to go and check it out and try it. I said, you know, even if it's horribly expensive and we can't afford it, which really we can't afford much of anything right now because he's having some garnishments of his wages and it's about to kill us. But even if we can't afford it right now, if we go and check it out and it sounds legitimate, and I don't know, there's some issue, he says that they give a free treatment. That's not the way it sounded when I made my appointment on the phone. But if they do give a free treatment and it actually feels like it's helping me, then I have something to look forward to. And when we're kind of, you know, back in the money, as it were, and can afford little things like that, then I will seek it out for sure. It'll give me something to look forward to, and I can recommend it to local friends that I know that have a problem with it. Anyway, we'll see. That's all. Bye-bye.